We're going to go to item 22. We have a public poll on this. Ryan Ross, if you'd come to the podium, please. And you have 2 minutes.
Thank you so much. I see some nameplates have recently changed, so congratulations, Mayor, Vice Mayor. Thank you for allowing me time to speak to item 22, a motion to amend the board's schedule. I'll try to be brief. At a time when fewer residents are aware of who their commissioners are and what they do and when they meet, this motion in effect restricts opportunities for the public to speak on important issues. Over the last 4 years, this commission has reduced its regular meetings from 30 to 29 to 24 to now what's proposed is 20. The government is quickly escaping view of our residents. I implore you to vote in the negative and find a revised schedule of meeting days and times that allow for more access and voices from the public. This schedule may work for some lobbyists and developers and attorneys, but it does not work for our working residents. It is difficult for them to come in the middle of a workday at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. to have 2 minutes to speak on an important issue and then to further restrict that schedule. So I understand there's many things that all of you are doing throughout the week in terms of county responsibilities, but this is an important time for our residents to speak directly to the dais and to their county commissioners about the issues that are raised in the agenda. So I would ask that you vote in the negative. These are things that directly affect our county residents. I mean, just hearing the last 2 items itself on some of the county contract issues that could result in a massive benefit, to our taxpayers or our ability to give them better services. I would ask that if you do in fact vote in the affirmative and it passes to propose 20 meetings for the new 2018 year, my request is that you find a better time than Tuesday at 10 a.m. to come and speak for 2 minutes. It's a lot for a lot of our residents to drive to downtown Fort Lauderdale. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Lamarca.
I guess maybe the question, can I ask Mr. Ross come back? I heard 2 things. One was the changing of the number of meetings, but then you had also made a comment about, can we change our meetings from some time other than 10 a.m.?
Yeah, I would ask if, even if you do vote in the affirmative to go to 20 proposed regular commission meetings in addition to your other county responsibilities, I would ask that you consider strongly perhaps moving the times, perhaps more in line with our municipal government meetings. Not the ones that go to 3 a.m. in the morning, of course, but the other ones that perhaps, that are about 7 p.m., and I'm not saying a Saturday or so, but even, a Tuesday or a Wednesday at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. is much easier for a resident. Most of them, are driving 40 minutes to downtown Fort Lauderdale at 9 a.m. in the morning, and I don't know who can leave work at that time.
I appreciate that, and I actually took about 40 minutes to get down US 1.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure, and this is an item, I didn't bring the change in the schedule forward, but I think what we may end up seeing is that we may end up seeing ourselves do longer meetings, but separate from that, I think what the calendar is starting to look like is a lot more opportunity for other meetings other than regular commission meetings, workshops, budget issues. We have transportation issues that we're going to be talking about, affordable and workforce housing. So I don't know that we're going to have less actual opportunities to come down here and have meetings. I just wanted to point one thing out for yourself and the viewing public and everyone here. 4 years ago or so, and it's working really well now, but about 4 years ago we put all of our meetings through a system called Granicus, which we already had them on as far as the agendas, but all the meetings are online, they're indexed, you can watch them from the comfort of your own home and your office and whatnot. One of the things that is really tricky, and we're one county with 31 municipalities. Right. Most of those municipalities, and if you have an issue that touches both, whether it's medical marijuana or planning and zoning or anything it might be in your city, and obviously it's in the county unless it's an unincorporated, there's a real difficult logistical problem of trying to get a city commission meeting and a county commission meeting at the same time. Invariably, folks are going to be, there's going to be some folks that are going to have an issue with the timing either way, and that's why we put a lot of that online. So I just want to make you aware of that, and I see our meetings probably going up in quantity, but due to some strategy in other meetings, though. So I want to make sure you didn't think we trying to work and do our jobs.
If I could just say one quick comment in response to that, I think what's been a challenge is on the posted agenda that comes online in 2017, as you know, it listed the public meetings, along with the regular meetings. Now that they've been sort of bundled together, it starts to look like a really lightened schedule, but it also, I think, amounts to the public misunderstanding what their opportunities are to reach, this board. And so while they may have more access to view things from home, they have less access to speak. And even if you look at the last workshop, I think online it was maybe October one was written. So I think workshops are really helpful for the county commissioners to meet and hear and talk, but still with opportunities for the public to reach all of the board members here and to talk about things. I mean, I attended a town hall with Nan Rich, and I thought that was an amazing opportunity for a number of residents from her district to come out and hear from her and speak to the issues. And I would just encourage all the county commissioners, our mayor and vice mayor, to similarly hold as many town halls as possible, any way where the public can inform these issues, like medical marijuana.
Thank you, Mr. Russ.
I appreciate your input. Just in case anybody doesn't have it, and I know that we have 8 other commissioners here, my cell phone number is 444-3200 if you need me for anything.
Thank you. Commissioner Sharif.
So I just wanted to make a general comment about our commission meetings, period, in our schedule. When we come here and we combined our commission meetings where we have public hearing as well as we have regular agenda, that doesn't mean that we shorten our meetings. We have the same number of items. We just put it all together so that we won't take that long hour-and-a-half break in between our regular meeting and a public hearing. And what we did is so that people in the audience could have the benefit of being able to be heard before the 12:30 break if we could get it in. And so I think it became a more efficient form of running our government, not to shorten it and to not allow people to speak. Additionally to that, it has always been 2 or 3 minutes for speaking. That hasn't changed. I think, as county commissioners, yes, we come here as part of our obligation as being county commissioners on a Tuesday. However, we're about running an efficient form of government. So it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to be here all day and all night long. Additionally to that, it's going to be very difficult to try to set a county commission meeting that doesn't conflict with our 31 municipalities, because most of the 31 municipalities are held in the evening. And that is why historically the county commission meeting has been at 10 o'clock in the morning. If we held it at 7, I would imagine that we would have 0 people in the audience except lobbyists. But we hold it at 10 because we figured you can get to work, check in, do what you have to do, and if you have to come here, you can ask for a time certain, which is available to the public or to anybody, and you can get through with your meeting. And so those are the options available. I would not be in favor of changing the time of our meeting. I'm going to go ahead and support Mayor's change in his schedule, because I think that he has a focus and a vision that he wants to have this year, and so as a body, we're supportive of that. So with that, Mayor, I'll make the motion at the appropriate time.
Thank you. I'll take the motion now.
Motion to approve.
Thank you. And a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes unanimously.